If you've ever admired the simple beauty and natural charm of traditional grooming tools, then a wooden hair comb is probably one of the most timeless accessories you can own. And in today's video, we're going to dive deep into the fascinating world of wooden combs, exploring their history, benefits, cultural significance, craftsmanship, design varieties, and why they are making such a huge comeback in the modern era where people are seeking natural, sustainable, and healthier alternatives to plastic or synthetic products. So sit back, relax, and join me on this journey as we unfold the story of the wooden hair comb. To begin with, let's go back in time because combs as a grooming accessory have been around for thousands of years. In fact, some of the earliest combs ever discovered by archaeologists were made out of bone, wood, and ivory, dating back to ancient civilizations such as the Egyptians, Greeks, and Chinese, where combs were not only practical tools but also symbols of status, beauty, and even spirituality. And wooden combs in particular were highly valued because they were easy to carve, offered smooth functionality, and carried a warm, organic touch that felt close to nature. Unlike modern plastic combs that are mass-produced by machines, wooden combs were often carefully hand-carved by artisans who infused their craftsmanship into each piece, making every comb unique, functional, and beautiful. And this connection between the craftsman, the user, and a natural material has kept wooden combs alive throughout history. Fast forward to today, and we find that wooden combs are not just relics of the past, but are increasingly becoming popular once again because of their health benefits for the hair and scalp, their eco-friendly nature, and their stylish artisanal appeal. So let's take a closer look at why so many people are switching from plastic to wooden hair combs in their daily grooming routine. One of the biggest advantages of using a wooden comb is that it helps in reducing static electricity in the hair, something that plastic combs often create due to friction, leaving your hair frizzy, unruly, and difficult to manage, whereas wood, being a natural and non-conductive material, glides gently through the strands, preventing static buildup and keeping your hair smoother, shinier, and more manageable. Another important benefit is scalp health. When you comb your hair with a wooden comb, the rounded, polished teeth of the comb gently massage the scalp, stimulating blood circulation, encouraging natural oil production, and helping distribute sebum evenly along the length of the hair, which keeps it moisturized, nourished, and naturally glossy without the need for excessive hair products. Wooden combs are also incredibly gentle on the scalp and hair shafts, reducing breakage, split ends, and unnecessary pulling, which makes them particularly beneficial for people with sensitive scalps, curly hair, or thick hair textures that are often prone to tangling and damage when combed with synthetic alternatives. Beyond health and beauty, wooden hair combs carry an environmental message as well, since they are made from a renewable resource. Wood, often sourced from bamboo, neem, sandalwood, or other sustainably harvested timbers, which means they are biodegradable, long-lasting, and don't contribute to plastic pollution, making them a small but significant step toward living a greener, eco-conscious lifestyle. In fact, many eco-friendly brands today are offering beautifully handcrafted wooden combs, not just as grooming tools, but also as gifts, accessories, and even collectibles that reflect a person's sustainable values. Speaking of design, wooden hair combs come in a wide range of shapes and styles to suit different needs, such as wide-tooth combs for detangling wet hair, fine-tooth combs for smoothing and styling, dual-purpose combs that combine both in one piece, pocket-sized combs for convenience, and even elaborately carved or decorative combs that can be worn as stylish accessories in traditional or modern hairstyles. Some cultures, like in India and China, have long used specific wooden combs made from medicinal woods, such as neem or sandalwood, which are believed to have antimicrobial, cooling, or calming properties that benefit both hair and mind. While in Japan, the traditional kanzashi combs were used not only for grooming, but also as ornamental pieces for brides and performers. Each culture has infused its own meaning and artistry into wooden combs, making them not just practical objects but also cultural treasures. Now, if we consider the craftsmanship behind wooden hair combs, it's fascinating to learn how skilled artisans take a simple piece of wood and transform it into a smooth, polished comb. The process often involves selecting the right type of wood, cutting it to size, shaping the teeth with precision, sanding it to perfection, and then applying natural oils or wax finishes to enhance durability and bring out the grain of the wood. And this meticulous process is what makes wooden combs feel so different from factory-made plastic versions. You can literally feel the warmth and natural energy of the wood every time you use it. In today's market, you can find wooden combs in minimalist modern designs, as well as intricately detailed artistic ones, making them suitable for everyday use, for gifting, or even as collectibles for those who appreciate handmade wooden items. Wooden combs also make a great alternative for people practicing zero-waste lifestyles, since they are reusable for years, don't require electricity to produce in bulk, and at the end of their life cycle, they decompose naturally without harming the planet. When it comes to hair types, wooden combs are incredibly versatile. People with straight hair find that wooden combs help in maintaining sleekness and shine. Those with curly or wavy hair appreciate how wooden combs detangle without frizzing, and those with thick or coarse hair benefit from the strength and durability of wide-toothed wooden combs that glide through without snapping. So regardless of your hair texture, there's likely a wooden comb design that works perfectly for you. Another important aspect we cannot overlook is the therapeutic experience of using a wooden comb, because grooming with wood creates a calming, grounding feeling. It connects you with nature, helps reduce stress through the gentle scalp massage, and even adds a ritualistic quality to your daily self-care routine, something that is often missing when we rush through our grooming with plastic accessories. In fact, some people even prefer to apply hair oils using wooden combs, because the wood helps distribute the oil evenly without reacting with the product, unlike some metal or plastic tools. And while we're talking about oils, certain wooden combs, especially those made from sandalwood or neem, carry a natural aroma that enhances the grooming experience with a soothing, earthy scent that lingers every time you use it. Moving beyond personal use, wooden combs have also found their place in the beauty industry, as professional hairstylists are increasingly recommending them to clients who struggle with frizz, breakage, or sensitive scalps, and salons are slowly adopting them as part of their sustainable toolkit. Moreover, gifting a wooden comb has cultural symbolism too. It could be a gesture of care, wellness, and love, since combs are associated with grooming, health, and intimacy. So if you haven't tried a wooden hair comb yet, maybe this is the perfect time to replace that old plastic comb with something more natural, long-lasting, and meaningful. And once you experience the difference in the way your hair feels, the calmness of the massage, and the beauty of the design, you'll understand why wooden combs are more than just tools. They're companions in your daily self-care journey.